So please tell me, what would you like to work on today?
On my career and next step, but not only that, when we texted each other, I realized that I have so much to offer, uh, but my employers, they don't want to acknowledge this. Like, you are a very talented child, but all the teachers pretend you are not. So you pretend you are not, but you do a lot, and you have no reward for it because you have like marks from 1 to 5. So although you could have been given 7 because you have so much to offer, everyone thinks, all right, let's pretend she doesn't have that much to offer and let's give her 5 only. So as I told you, I speak 4 languages. I have so big expertise in my field, and it's like a mixture of being angry and frustrated that there is nowhere I could share my potential with. I don't know.
Okay, cool. And tell me, what fears are stopping you from stepping into your power and holding the steering wheel and pointing in the direction where you want to go? What fears are stopping
So
you?
it's like not being good enough, but not only that, because as you mentioned, I'm Polish, so I'm a foreigner. So, and now we have Brexit, and my accent is very Polish. So I think that I'm not enough. I'm not good enough because English is not my first language. I'm not good enough because I'm Polish. I'm not good enough because there are people in my environment who um, have these skills, how to pretend that they know, how they say a lot, but nothing is behind this. And I'm a very honest and transparent person. In every single job in the UK I was told I'm extremely transparent. So if I'm not happy, my posture, my face, everything shows it. If I'm happy, again, my body and my tone of the voice, everything shows it. So I sometimes I think I'm too transparent for this country to blossom. Maybe I liaise a lot of with local authority, local government, and one of the colleagues from the partners told me I'm too outspoken, and he said I cannot be that outspoken if I want to achieve a lot. So yeah, so there is like a lot of holding me back.
Oh, okay,
But
fantastic, great. So I thank you for actually honestly naming the actual fears and the beliefs, right? So I cannot succeed because I'm too honest, I'm outspoken, and on top of everything, I'm Polish. Woohoo! Could it get any worse than this? Do you know, I actually have to say, just out of interest, because obviously I'm Polish too, I actually believe that I have achieved great success in this country also because I'm Polish. And I don't know where I got that belief from, but when I go to parties and I meet people with all this sir and the Lord and this, because I'm Polish and I didn't come from this place, right? I feel like a fish in the water, right? Not fish out of water, but in the water. I can speak to anybody, anywhere. I can joke with everybody, and because I'm Polish, nobody cares what sort of level I come from. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm different. So it's actually two people, right? And yet we have two different ideas. So I'm going to infect you with this idea. You're going to be
please do.
Say again?
Please do.
Yes, you're already infected with it. You're going to be successful because you're not English. Okay? So now, which is fresh and different and new, and is what exactly this country needs. It's the the flexibility. So we have all those beliefs and those fears. So tell me, if you do believe all those beliefs, you continue believing them, and you always basically hide behind those beliefs. What do you think will happen to you?
I will get frustrated and upset and disappointed with myself, and I will regret that I didn't overcome all those beliefs.
Yeah. And then what will happen? When you get really grumpy, outspoken, and pissed off with all those people, what will happen?
I will be disappointed with myself. I would probably pack my stuff and go back to Poland, and then everyone will point me out and say that I've been here so many years and I haven't achieved anything, and then I would become more upset and more grumpy and maybe end up in some mental health ward or something like that.
Getting really, really good. Yeah, fantastic. Okay, so basically completely and utterly losing your life, your respect, right? Being judged by other people and ending up in a mental institution, yeah? Is that the worst thing, or is there something worse than that?
Like, I don't know, end up my life because I would be so disappointed with myself.
Okay, cool. So that's really, really, really good. I like it. So instead of that, okay, how would you like to see your life unfolding now?
Say that again.
Instead of this fear, right? Of continuously believing this and allowing those beliefs to run you, right? Feeling that you're not good enough because you're Polish and all of those things. Instead of that, what would you like to believe in and what would you like to see happening?
As you said, that because I'm Polish, I'm different. Because I'm outspoken, I can be heard and I can be forgiven because I may not know the British etiquette or manners. And, because I'm so passionate and people would think, like, I really love what I'm doing and love speaks, out of me, and that I'm dedicated and I have no hidden agenda behind myself, that because I'm transparent, I really represent my tenants whom I'm working with.
Okay, fantastic. And then what do you think this will lead to? If it was more successful than you've expected?
That I could influence the decision maker, or I could become a decision maker one day myself. But the decision I would make, obviously as subjective as everyone is, would be really making the difference for sick people. I do the benefit challenges. I shared my experience from the tribunal yesterday. So I am with my tenants every day or nearly every day, seeing them suffering but failing the medical assessments. So because I've been there and I experienced that, and I can see how much people struggle. If I were a decision maker, I would act in the best interest of them.
Okay,
because
fantastic.
I experienced.
So you will be the decision maker, and you will be very compassionate decision maker, right?
Yeah.
And what do you think this would lead to? And I want you to see yourself extremely successful. Where this is may be leading you and others, if you're extremely confident.
Yes, yes, definitely, but it would lead, I hope, whatever naive it sounds, that the benefit system would be more fair.
Yes.
And would recognize that there are disabilities which are not seen, disabilities which fluctuate, where are good days and bad days, that the claimants need support. So somehow people would realize that there is a percentage of claimants who pretend or lie, but we have majority claimants who suffer because of those small percentage of lying. I don't know.
Okay, I got it. Okay, so if you became a powerful change maker, decision maker, right, very compassionate one, what do you think would happen with and the benefit system became more fair? What do you think will happen then?
So people wouldn't abuse the benefit system anymore because they wouldn't need to, because they wouldn't need to pretend, and then they would be more willing to cooperate with the local job center plus offices. Maybe there would be more connection between local government, local authorities, and the claimants. Maybe the fear would go away. Maybe there would be more trust, link and connection.
Okay, fantastic. And if you managed to do all of that and you became a very powerful decision maker, how would that make you feel?
in power. Unfortunately, that's really bad. But I would feel very empowered that I can do even more. And then I would think, so what else I can improve? If I've improved the benefit system, where else I can use my skills and abilities? What else I can?
And where would you go next? Where would you go next if you could improve the benefit system? What would be the next thing?
Housing.
So what would you
Housing.
do?
You know, the reality is now we have housing is not affordable. You know, private renting and buying houses is expensive. So there are families, single parents, young people now, single, who have no children, but they cannot afford the accommodation. They cannot, they are not able to save for the deposit. So there are long waiting lists to be housed, and the housing is really poor.
So what would you do? So what would you do with that, if you had power?
I would. I don't know how, but I would try to make, really, because you can hear in the media, you can hear in the news that Labours are going to improve the housing, improve the condition of the housing, but nothing is behind this.
Yes.
But I hope that if I improve the benefit system, I could also improve the housing system, and I could also be able to improve the living conditions of our citizens.
Okay, so it sounds like you're in the wrong place. You need to go a few levels higher. And you need to be outspoken in a different place, right?
Yeah.
There we go. So you're just testing yourself now, but you need to be working a few layers higher, right? Would you agree with me?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yes, I.
So now let's play the game, and everybody is sending you now love and seeing you already a few layers higher. And now we are going to do this exercise. Now, so the fear is 8 out of 10, right? That you will never get out of that. Yeah, that you.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So repeat after me. Keep your eyes open. I allow myself to keep on believing that I have no right to be successful in this country.
That I have no right to be successful in this country.
Because I'm not English.
And
I have got very weird accent.
And I have a very weird accent.
And I allow myself to keep myself small.
And I allow myself to keep myself small.
When other people are waiting for my genius. So I allow myself to keep myself stuck in my ideas of my smallness. And never move beyond it. And just get angry and grumpy with people. And be just outspoken. But not make any difference. Just be a grumpy foreigner. Yes. Without diplomacy. Mm-hmm. And I'm looking forward to just getting more and more depressed about this.
And I'm looking forward to get more and more depressed about this.
And more angry.
And
I'm looking forward to it. Take a deep breath in. Breathe out. But I also allow myself to be very strategic. And use my skills very wisely. Not just in this country, but beyond. And become a decision maker. On a governmental level. With the benefits. And with the housing. And help this system to be improved. And bring my courage. And my fresh thinking. And my honesty. To break through this muddiness. Muddiness, like muddy waters.
Muddiness.
Yes. You see,
to break through this muddiness.
And step into my power.
And
use it very wisely. And when I need to be outspoken,
And when I need to be outspoken, to be outspoken.
And when I need to be a bit quiet, to be quiet.
And when I need to be a bit quiet, to be quiet.
To be Polish and English at the same time.
To be Polish and English at the same time.
And to basically listen to my intuition.
And to basically listen to my intuition.
And I'm very much looking forward to it.
And I'm very much looking forward to it.
Take a deep breath in. Breathe out. Okay, and now last thing. I also allow myself to believe.
Yeah.
I also allow myself to believe.
I also allow myself to believe
that my power is limited because of where I come from.
That my power is limited because where I come from.
And my language.
And my language.
And teach my son to believe the same.
And I teach my son to believe the same.
And I'm looking forward to believing in this madness.
And I'm looking forward to believe in this madness.
And keeping myself powerless.
And keeping myself powerless.
Take a deep breath in. But I also allow myself to celebrate my differences.
But I also allow myself to celebrate my differences.
And feel the power in my being every day.
And feel the power in my being every day.
And already visualize myself working few layers higher.
And I already visualize myself working few levels higher.
Very successfully.
Very successfully.
And being the change maker and decision maker.
And being the change maker and the decision maker.
And be really proud of myself.
And be really proud of myself.
And make a real difference.
And make the real difference.
Make a real difference.
And make a real difference.
Take a deep breath in. Breathe out. Okay. Now check what happened with that fear.
Disappeared.
Is it completely gone?
I think it's one.
Oh wow. And why do you think that may be?
I didn't get it.
Why do you think that the fear has dropped so much?
Because I realized that being different, it's nothing bad. That being different will help me to get where I want to go. It would be now I see the things other way around. That yes. Being English. If I were English, it would be more difficult because there are so many English people, but there are not so many Polish people who do what I do. So I could be seen.
Exactly.
100 of one color things, and suddenly you have one.
Yes.
Pink. This pink is visible because it's pink.
Exactly. So use being Polish to your advantage, and yet I would advise that you are not rigid, because Polish people sometimes could be rigid. Okay, this is really, I need to be transparent and honest, but we also need to respect the difference in culture. So you need to be both. You need to be both. You need to be flexible. You need to celebrate Englishness. You need to celebrate Polishness. Take it a bit more lightly, okay? And basically respect where people come from, because I think I love English diplomacy. I have a huge respect for it. I think Polish people are too direct. Personally, but imagine the beauty of combining the both. To be diplomatic with diplomacy, approaching things with diplomacy, at the same time softly, but with honesty. Beautiful. So use it wisely. Okay, this is your fifth language of wisdom, language of intuition. Use it wisely. Okay. So now close your eyes, my darling. Everybody's closing their eyes. Take a deep breath in. And I want you to see her being in an amazingly successful position where she is able to move up few layers, where she is influencing this country in the most beautiful way, where the living situation is greatly improved, and people who are poorer, people who struggle, people who are unwell, they are being treated with enormous compassion and fairness. and the benefits are sort of sorted out really amazingly well because of your contribution. So imagine that you are one of the decision makers. You walk with confidence, you speak with confidence. At the same time, you are actually celebrating the differences between both countries. And because you speak 4 languages, because you are so transparent, because you're respectful of English people and being different, you are so incredibly successful. Okay, take a deep breath in, breathe out. And tell me, this future self, what advice would she give you to where you are right now? So from this perspective, when you're very successful already and making a huge difference, what advice is she giving to you for today?
Don't think that because you come from abroad, you cannot make any difference.
So what do you need to think instead?
That it doesn't matter where you come from, it matters what you have to offer.
Yes.
So because I have so much to offer, this is the things I should concentrate on.
There we go. Fantastic. And keep on visualizing all the difference you're making, okay? Keep on visualizing yourself also confident, speaking to people, and them listening to you with great appreciation and respect. You need to visualize it and see it first for yourself, and then so then your brain will get used to it. At the moment, you're making it even impossible for them to respect you and listen to you because you even don't believe that you are the same. Yeah?
That's true.
Lovely. So you now step confidently from tomorrow onwards and know that you are here bringing enormous, beautiful benefit to this country. Yes, because of who you are. And walk with your head high and respect the English way as well. Yeah?
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.